Out of 15,507,000 registered vehicles in West Africa, Nigeria accounts for 11,869,800, and only about 20,000 of those are EVs. Petrol and diesel-powered vehicles, also known as internal combustion engine (ICE) vehicles, still remain the go-to choice for most vehicle owners in Nigeria, thanks to the abundance of gas stations nationwide.
The reason why you see there's a lot of delay in the adoption is basically the charging stations, the unavailability of the charging infrastructure. The fact you have to use diesel generator to power your car.
But increasingly, more EVs are appearing on Nigerian roads, driven by rising conversations around reducing carbon emissions and the urgent need for more cost-effective alternatives, especially as the price of petrol continues to soar.
I don't have to worry about fuel, just charging my car.
EVs are also known for their low maintenance costs, a factor that's further fueling their growing adoption.
You're driving an EV, you don't even hear anything. So even if your shocks or your tire are doing, you hear it immediately, and it's something you can point and say, this is it. Unlike taking an eyes to the mechanic and you don't even know what it is. The mechanic will have to tell you, okay, you have to leave it here, we need to test run it for 1 day. We need to check where this oil is leaking from, because we don't know if it's the gear oil or it's the engine oil or it's the brake oil.
But there are safety concerns, especially with flood-prone locations.
It's safe to drive even in the rain, or even when the road is even flooded. You can drive your EV without any fear or anxiety.
With initiatives like Lagos State rollout of 1,000 electric vehicles under the Lag-Right scheme, despite the backdrop of an unstable nationwide power supply, the underlying question is, with the current state of the country, is Nigeria really ready for electric vehicles? The story of electric vehicles began in 1832 when Scottish inventor Robert Anderson built one of the first known electric carriages, and over the years, brands like Tesla, BYD, Saglev, and Wuling have made EVs mainstream and a considerable option, especially for Nigerian consumers.
I'm a sustainable development person, so I always want to go make everything clean and green, just like how I want my city clean and go green. So since there's an option of an EV that I won't have to worry about oil, servicing, changing oil, fueling the car, worry about prices and of fuel going up and down. Yeah, but with this, I really don't have to worry.
The initial cost of purchasing an EV in Nigeria is a big factor that many consider before jumping the wagon.
Buying an EV and an ICE vehicles are almost same price. This cost about 45 million naira. But again, you can get some brand new EVs for 25 and above.
Cars are somewhat a status symbol in Nigeria, so instead of buying a used 2024 BYD Pro between 35 and 45 million naira, many would prefer to purchase a properly maintained, foreign-used 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 for 31 million naira, which would be more luxurious and more prestigious. Reliability and maintenance are two very key factors that people consider when purchasing a vehicle.
Basically, just the water, the liquid for your wiper that you need to check for an EV compared to an ICE vehicle that you need to check the oil level, your brake fluid, and then your radiator for water, temperature, and all.
And for when your EV needs to be serviced and maintained in Nigeria,
EV World Africa do consulting services, so even fleet electrifications, advisories, will help maintain or service individual cars.
As the push for electric vehicle adoption gains momentum, key stakeholders are stepping up to address the charging infrastructure deficit in Nigeria.
Faulty Technology has its charger here at Lekki. People can go and charge. Kore also has their both DC fast charging stations also. Tiltec also has a charger. There is even one Connect Volt that helps you locate your charging infrastructure. Just go to the app and you put your current locations. It tells you the nearest charging stations close to you. Then also we have private chargers to individual who owns their chargers.
Charging an EV at any of these outlets is also said to be cheaper than running a petrol-powered vehicle.
This is the Saga Sky 01 Pro, a compact all-electric mid-size SUV. With a full charge, you can drive this vehicle from Lagos to Benin. A full charge will take you 445 kilometers, and with Band A electricity tariff, a full charge will cost you 11,476 naira.
In comparison, a car with a low fuel efficiency of 10 kilometers per liter would require 44.5 liters of fuel, costing about 39,160 naira, while a more fuel-efficient car consuming 20 kilometers per liter would need only 22.25 liters, costing approximately 19,580 naira. Although EV users tend to save even more on energy costs, they often face the challenge of varying charging speeds.
The 7 kilowatts I have is like the, let me say, slow charger. I charge from, let me say, 9 to 5, which is about 7-8 hours. It gives me 100%. That's with the slow charger. But imagine if it's a fast charger like the 22 kilowatt charger, you should know that it may take max 2-3 hours.
With limited public charging stations and the relatively high cost of owning and operating a personal charger, drivers often worry whether their battery will last the entire journey.
You just need to have the habit of checking your battery, then note the percentage, you know where you want to go to. So if you know where you're going to is like maybe 10 kilometers, you need to check your car. If you see that it's below that, then you know you can't go anywhere. But again, people who are used to, or we that are used to charging like to the maximum, probably 80-90%, we know it can take us anywhere in Lagos you want to go to, and take you back to your house.
Nigeria produces just over 5,000 megawatts of electricity, which is not enough to supply Nigeria's population of nearly 220 million people. So approximately 40% of the Nigerian population lack access to electricity, and those connected to the grid experience frequent outages. This lack of constant power supply makes a lot of people skeptical about daily driving an EV.
Most times, what we use is, what I used to charge is the generator, diesel generator. So anytime the generator is on, that's when I charge. For now, that can happen, but I know over time it will have to definitely change from it.
Then there are other issues that are peculiar to daily driving an EV.
When they tell you charging ports, maybe the display is not working. Okay, like this, the screen, you on the AC, you do other things on the screen. So what if it's not working? So it's just to troubleshoot. And then sometimes we had to link up with the manufacturers, talk with them, and they tell us what to do. If government can subsidize the price from the ports, then also you have an ICE vehicle and you want to transit to EVs, there should be like a subsidy. They say free registrations and all of those little things like that can aid the adoptions of these things. Yeah, then also the need to push out the right information about EV out there.
With power uncertainty, limited charging infrastructure, and high cost of initial purchase, the odds are stacked high against EVs, but innovation is driving forward. Do you think Nigeria is ready to fully adopt EVs? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below.